Red Nation, are we here? The best show for Chicago sports. Oh my God!
Yeah. What's good? Hey, we back. We in the building. Yeah, you know that we back. Let go. What is good, everybody? It is your boy, Panther Designer, back at it again. Appreciate y'all for tuning in and rocking with us for another episode of the Windy City Breeze Sports Talk Live. On the show today, Bears violate off-season rules. But is it worth it? Is it worth it? Also, got to get into some bold predictions that we're going to have for the upcoming season and a little bit of Bulls talk in there as well. You know what I'm saying? I got to talk about Gobert, Mitchell Robinson, couple of options, and Aaron Donald becomes the highest paid non-QB. Will the Rams regret it? We got all that and more coming your way. The date is Tuesday, June 7th. I got my coffee, and I'm ready to get this thing cracking. Let's get into the show, man. Appreciate y'all for tuning in and rocking with us for another episode. It's your boy, Panther Designer, back at it again. If you guys could, man, make sure that you
push the button. Come on. Push the button. Come on, push the button.
Yeah, come on, push your button.
hit that like button, subscribe to the page, because we do talk Chicago sports daily on this channel. It's the only channel talking Chicago sports, how Chicago talks. So make sure that you get in tune with us, man. How y'all feeling today? How are you guys feeling today? Appreciate y'all for rocking with us for another episode. I'm excited to be here. We've got a lot of interesting topics. Also, if you haven't done so, we're doing question of the day again. Question of the day was fun yesterday. We're going to be doing that again. So either tweet at me your question with the hashtag QTOD. We're going to pick some of the best ones to answer on the show. Also, make sure that you guys join up in the Discord, because I ain't gonna lie to you, man. The Discord is spicy today. We got P Kid and Hayes going at it, man. So we'll drop the Discord link up in this mug as well. Gotta love it. Gotta love it. How y'all feeling today, man? How you guys feeling today? We got the chat in here. We got Steve in the building. We got Bull Sports Talk in the building. What else we got up in this mug, man? Yeah, Joseph in the building. What's good? Dr. Earl in the building. What's going on, brother? Jeffrey in the building. What's going on, brother? As we welcome into the show, the man, the myth, the legend, formerly known as Ringo J. He's trying so hard not to lick his lips right now. He does it every time I bring him in. I don't know why. It's a weird thing by him. He just did it right now. He just did it. Welcome into the show, Stefan the Don. What's good, bro?
Bro.
It's
Tuesday morning.
You can't help it.
It's Tuesday morning.
You just can't help it, bro.
We mad spicy today.
Oh, it's spicy out here, bro.
Like,
it's spicy out here.
Like, the Breeze Discord busting. The Madden League Discord busting.
Hey, whenever you see Pete Kid and Hayes typing at the same time.
Oh, what?
So confused. I'm so confused. Like they
I'm so confused.
Nah,
it's just like they going in. Then the Madden League.
I think your mic is on the wrong one.
You said switch it?
I think your mic is on the wrong setting.
I got you. You good? We good?
Yeah, I hear you now.
Okay. Nah. I'm looking at it. It's like, dog. Breeze Discord busting. Madden League Discord busting.
Hey, I love it, bro. I love that we in this early.
It's 11:06.
Bro, it's 11:06. You know what I'm saying? It's 11:06.
What?
Hey, you just trying to keep up with what's actually happening in that mug, bro. I just dropped the link to the Discord. How you feeling today, my boy? Outside of all the spice that's going on over in the Discord,
Hey man, I'm good. I'm chilling. We here for another day. You
always.
feel me? I I woke up. I woke up today. You feel me? Got a little workout in. We good?
Yeah, I mean, you ain't got to throw the workout out there oh, Pat, you not working out? Like, come on, brother. We don't need that.
Hey! I ain't said you wasn't.
I mean, well, I'm not, but that's a whole different topic. Hey man, let's get into this topic though, because we came here to talk Bears. Let's talk a little bit of Bears, man, because the Bears have violated. Basically, they violated a practice in May where they are being accused of and apparently are found guilty of. And I'm trying to pull this article up here. Practicing with contact early, way too early. It violates the CBA. It's going to cause issues. Actually, I can't pull this up in the Discord, can I? Now I got to scroll through. Don't worry about it. I'll pull it up over here. I was like, I can't pull this up in the Discord, but I don't want to because there's a lot of spice going on in there. I'm trying to avoid the Discord today. But here's the question that I have, because they had live contact during a couple of May practices. And according to Dan Wiederer of the Tribune, according to league sources, the Bears were warned for having practices featuring too much contact last month, with requests made that they alter their practice activity to adjust. Eventually, when proper adjustments weren't made, the NFL Players Association was asked to get involved, and the NFL stepped in, deciding that the team was in violation of league rules. As a result, the Bears were required to forfeit one of their OTA practices. Now, here is my question to you. Is it worth it? Do you like it more? I personally read this and I was like, oh, Flus was out there early. And he wanted them to hit. And he wanted to see what he really had on his team. And he wanted to see the animosity get up. I like it. I personally like it. If it costs you an OTA day, it's a voluntary training camp day anyway.
So I'm looking at it like I'm cool with it because he wanted to see what they had. You feel me? He basically told them to, put the pads on and basically let's see what we got.
Yeah.
Now
There were no pads. That's probably even worse, right? That's probably there were no pads.
hey, so they was just out there. I don't know what they was doing, but even then, right? It's like, I mean, the downside to that is you run the risk of injury. But I mean, if we only taking one practice away,
yeah.
But you feel me? I got to see like what Kyler Gordon was like if he had on practice. I got to see what Brisker was like. Velus Jones and all those guys, right? So the fact that and when we played the interview about them, knowing what was going on in like practice, the sets that they was trying to run, everybody seemed to like, hey, like we fully got a grasp of this, like we know what we doing going into like all these practices, so we can like be the first team to kind of get up to not actual game speed, but be a little bit more prepared. So I'm fine with it. If it's just gonna take one practice away, I mean, you really didn't get fined.
Yeah, I mean, and for me, right, they missed a day of OTAs. They have another day of OTAs, I believe, Wednesday. So they just lost today. But if we're going to does this set something in your mindset? For me, right, it tells me what Coach Flus is about. That's what it set for me in the mindset. It tells me what Coach Flus is about. He wants to know what he has on this team right away. He wants to know what kind of energy this team's going to bring. He wants to know who these guys are. And you honestly, you can't do that without some contact, but it is in violation of the rules. But is this a situation? I like a guy, and this might be just way too early. It doesn't matter. Like, it's OTAs, Pat. Like, they lost the day OTAs. It doesn't matter. But I like a guy who's willing to push the envelope to get his team to the right place. I like that. I like it. Listen, y'all know how I am. I'll tell you right now. Listen, I like all fairness in sports, all that good stuff. You ain't cheating. You ain't trying a little bit. Yeah, look, Bill Belichick recording the practice. Hey, look, I got a problem with it because you got caught. Yeah, I mean, like, hey, you ain't cheating. You ain't trying. Yeah, I mean, as long as you don't take that mindset into your relationship, you're good.
Hey, very, very detrimental. This is
you can't take that into the marriage, bro. Don't take that mindset into the marriage.
hey, dog.
Hey, look, little sports. You know what I'm saying? Like, if you're the guy. Hey, listen, I've definitely done this when we play in. This is a wild thing to say on the show. When we play flag football. We all had jerseys and stuff like that. And I'm like, bro, this ain't the NFL. They not finna be checking me. So guess what? A little bit of Vaseline on the jersey. I was playing the line. I had like 19 sacks. Yeah, I mean, like, you ain't cheating, you ain't trying. Just don't take it into the marriage. You'll be doing good. But no, I feel like this sets the tone for hey, by the way, if anybody want to try that out, I'm telling you it works. You can't do it in something where like people are like, I guess if you're playing for money, don't do it. Maybe. I don't know, maybe do it if you're playing for money. Maybe that's more of a time to do it. But usually them mugs don't be checking you out. So you throw a little Vaseline on that jersey, they can't get a grip on you. You slipping and sliding in that mud, bro. Don't do it on a hot day though. You're gonna glisten. But yeah, I like the mindset of Coach Flus basically saying, on this one, forget the rules. Because he had to say forget the rules. Because they came to him and said, you have to adjust your practices. Coach T in the chat, what's good?
What's good with you, my guy?
He said, yeah, that don't work well for the marriage, bro.
Hey, we out ruining a happy home. So who told you to do this to me?
It was the freeze.
Huh?
Hey, don't you blame us for none of your relationships. Sitting here debating with mugs on Facebook about Lori Harvey and Michael B. Jordan right now.
Hey.
Don't blame me for none of your relationships.
Hey.
But no, I mean, like, he had to make this decision, right? Because if Crit in here, oh, what's up, Crit? You changed the picture on me. I couldn't even figure it out. Crit says he likes the mindset, but will he be the kind of coach that has no off switch and loses his team in a couple of years because he lacks balance? I don't think so. I don't know, but I don't think so. But the interesting part for me is that, I mean, this is still something that puts the team first, right? This is still something that, hey, listen, I want to get you boys ready because y'all are behind the 8 ball. Y'all sucked. Relax there, Coach T. He said that Vaseline, a different convo, though. What we talking about again? Don't worry about that, Coach T.
Hey.
God, I'm glad y'all set it off. Used to be boys. Now you're just mad soft.
Hey. Nah, but I was gonna say, like, yeah, he got that Vaseline comment.
Vaseline comment to throw you off. Don't worry about that, man. Hey, bro, you're not getting this kind of content nowhere else, bro.
Yeah, that Vaseline comment.
Hey, lose his whole train of thought. Well, let me ask you this, right?
That's what I meant to say.
Oh, go ahead.
That's what I meant to say. So, so is it like, is he really, did he make them do that because of the fact that, like, they were behind the 8 ball? Now that does kind of lead to the question, like, why was not Jaquan Brisker, but why was Jalen Johnson? Because it was reported he was playing with what, the third stringers, right?
Second stringers, but
I mean the second stringers.
I will say this. I will say this. Somebody had to snitch. Who's the snitch? Somebody had to call the NFL. One of the players had to call the NFL. One of the players had to call the NFLPA. Who's the snitch?
You know, I had to be one of the vets on the team that's trying to like.
He don't like the coaching style.
Man, we've been out all day. Can I get some water?
Hey, water is for winners. Nah, you can't do that no more. Nah, hey, look, we've come a long way. You can't do that. That's just not. That's actually just not healthy. No, I'm gonna be real with you though. Like I look at the situation where, to me, right, if the NFL essentially got involved and came to him and said, "Hey, you have to change how you're practicing," and he was like, "No, let's push the envelope," I'm fine with that. Now, here's the thing, because you know what the outcome's going to be. If the outcome's we lose a day of OTAs, guess what? That means we lose a day of OTAs. My guys get a day to rest, but I get to see what these guys are.
Right.
I get to see how these guys really play when stuff is on the line. Now, we're talking contact, right? We're in a day and age where contact could be like pushing over Justin Fields or pushing over defensive linemen. Like we're probably not talking about like Muck slamming bodies out here, rock bottoming people onto the turf. But I like the fact that at a minimum, Flus isn't afraid to come out and say, "I'm running this. I'm doing this my way. I don't care what anybody else says. Let's make this happen."
Nah, yeah, I'm not mad at it, man. Like, and it's like Coach T saying, right? I think it's like everybody saying. I think that he's going to have to find the line. I'm more so just looking at it now. Like, are the Bears behind, or are they like are the people on the team behind, or is it a case of like we're a little bit ahead, and I'm anxious to see what they do,
No,
like in pads or something like that.
the,
You know what I'm saying?
the few people that are, I think they're behind, because I think the few people that aren't behind are your superstars on your team. How many of them we got? Roquan? Like-
Oh, I don't know if this is a little bit of breaking news. Hold on.
What we got? Hold on. Baki tweet something out?
Dan Greenberg.
Let's go to Daniel Greenberg Twitter right here. Let's see what we got here. Hold on now. Don't get me excited now, my boy. Nah, it's not breaking news. Yeah,
Okay.
it's not breaking
Okay.
news. Bears' second preseason game against the Seahawks to be airing on ESPN. Yeah. But I mean, listen, like, do you like that he ignored the NFL on this? Let me know in the comments. Actually, I'm tweaking right now. Let me get a poll going in this mug. We got the polls.
Yeah.
By the way, the Ryan polls. That's what we're gonna call it. I like that he's running things his way, and that a little bit of listen, you got to be smart about it, right? You can't be stupid with it. You have to have a little bit of decorum with it. You have to have a little bit of understanding and smartness about it, and moving. You know, you're not just going about it. Oh, we're breaking rules left and right. We're going to be the bad boys of the NFL. I don't need that. But I do think the Bears were behind. Justin Fields was behind. You know what I'm saying? Your offensive line was behind. They just were. Your defensive line is new. They're behind. So, hey, how do I get my team caught up? How do I get my team ready for the season? What's going on, Baki? How you feeling, brother?
Let's go with you, my guy.
So to me, I love it. I love that he's prioritizing these guys playing, and we do have the poll up in the chat. Vote on the poll right now. Let us know you guys' thought on it as well. Also, second half of the show, we're gonna be doing question of the day. Tweet us a question for the day, or go over to the community tab, drop your question in there. We're gonna be pulling those up. I seen one good one. I didn't see a lot of questions of the day. But I saw one good one that I think is going to get some interesting debate. At a minimum, to make a good TikTok clip.
Is it sports one or?
No, it's not a sports one. My favorite ones are the ones.
I'll be making sure. I don't want to understand. No, like, I'll be there. I like the ones that's not that like don't got nothing to do with sports, dog. Like
Chicago Sun Times be coming with them, bro. I ain't gonna lie to you. He cracks me up, bro. I don't know who Buddy is. I'm sure he's in the chat. Shout out to you. He might be somebody that don't comment, just tweets, but he cracks me up. Well, here's the thing, right? With this team, where they're heading, we have a lot of questions. What are some things that you feel like is a bold prediction for this team this season? Is there a bold prediction that you have for the Chicago Bears based on Justin Fields? Is there a bold prediction that you have on Darnell Mooney? Bold prediction on just what the Bears will do as a whole? What's your thing that you feel strongly about that you don't want to say out loud because you know people are going to look at you and be like, come on, bruh. Come on, bruh.
I think that I think for me personally, I think that I feel as though um the Bears may sneak into the playoffs. I'm not
Half the teams
gonna lie.
it's not a bad one.
Like it's either that because the one that I'm thinking about is more wild because I do think I do think Kyler Gordon could possibly get like defensive rookie of the year.
Oh, now that's a bold prediction.
I do think he could. I do think he could. Because if you look at I'm just looking at like the teams on the schedule and I'm looking at like the people that he's facing.
Yeah.
To be honest, are like almost outside of like the Eagles or something like that. Because I would imagine he would be matched up on like Devontae Smith or those guys. Like they're only like a year ahead of him. So I think he may be able to get like, you know, defensive rookie of the year, in my opinion.
Yeah.
But that's like all like, you know, predicated on what the D line does. But I also feel like it's a slept on D line. Like we had that conversation. So I don't know. I think my bold prediction is that Kyler Gordon gets defensive rookie of the year.
Brian says his bold prediction: wide receiver Velus Jones Jr. will win offensive rookie of the year. So we got two rookie of the year. We got 2 of the years going on, offensive and defensive. Baki says he believes Kyler Gordon and Jaquan Brisker will both be in the running for defensive rookie of the year. There we go. Brandon says, I'll give it a shot. David Montgomery will lead the NFL in rushing yards. He's in a contract year. And look what Indy did with Jonathan Taylor the past couple of seasons. You know what? And the interesting thing is, right, like with that, that's not a bad one to me because I didn't think the Bears' run blocking was bad last season. I thought they had a good run block scheme. I thought they didn't use it enough. Yeah, man. It was like, we got to get Justin throwing the ball. No, how about you don't get Justin killed?
David Montgomery, rushing leader.
That's a bold prediction.
That's bold. I don't see it just off of the simple. I'm not saying it's bad. I like it, but I don't see it just mainly because like I don't think that
anybody's gonna outrush Derrick Henry.
Nobody's out rushing Jonathan Taylor.
Hey, he outrushes Derrick Henry.
I think Joe Mixon will be up there now.
I'll tell you this. If he outrushes Derrick Henry, I'll offer him another $1 million on top of the small contract I'm gonna give him.
$1 million?
I'll offer him another. He's still a running back.
2.
He's still a running back.
Hey, I gotta give him 2.
No, my bold prediction is that not only by the end of the season will we think Darnell Mooney will be a number 1. Darnell Mooney will have a 1,500-yard reception season.
15. Hey, Justin only getting sacked 6 times this year, y'all.
No, it's not. It's more so about how he'll be utilized. And what I need people to understand with Mooney is I want y'all to really go back and watch Darnell Mooney. Darnell Mooney cooks everybody off the line. he cooks everybody off the line.
Oh,
He cooks. Hey, Jalen, name your best DB. I went back and I was watching Darnell Mooney tape last season. The best DBs in the NFL. The dudes you would call the dudes.
No, yeah. I mean, I think, but you, to me, you want to know what it was, though. I mean, like, we used to say the same thing about Anthony Miller. Anthony Miller was always open, but he was dropping the ball.
Nah, but Darnell Mooney don't drop the ball, though. Difference
Right, exactly.
Miller is Anthony Miller dropped his shoulder. Once that mug popped out, yeah, I mean,
I think he gets 12 though. I think he gets 12. I don't know about fetching 100.
Hey, listen, because here's the thing, right? If it starts to work, you gain confidence in it. Right. If it starts to work, you gain confidence in it. You start to go back to it more. Now, I will say this. We can't both be right? David Montgomery, I don't think David Montgomery is going to lead the NFL in rushing. I don't think David Montgomery.
Hey, that's because the Bears got 13 wins. Best offensive line in the league.
Offensive line in the game. We were wrong about everything we thought with Ryan Poles. He was a genius.
How many points a game y'all have? 32. 32 a game.
You know, here's my thing. You know why David won't? Because they're gonna use a 3-back system. Mm-hmm. That's why he won't. To me,
I just don't think he's the runner that Jonathan Taylor and
he's not gonna be to do that. You got to be a 3-down back.
Yeah.
And he just doesn't. He's not going to be a 3-down back. You're going to see him out there 2 downs maybe, probably second and third, or probably first and third. You're going to see Khalil Herbert getting a ton of run. There's going to be fullback plays and plays. You know what I'm saying? Like, I just don't think the Bears' offense. It's going to be run heavy. He's going to have the best opportunity to do it. Mm-hmm. But I don't think that he's going to be utilized enough. Like Derrick Henry's a 3-down back.
Right.
No matter what, I'm turning around. Derrick Henry's behind me.
That's a fact.
I think that's gonna speak more to what David Montgomery, what dictates his yardage. I think he still cracks 1,000 though. I think he's still a 1,000 plus rusher this season. See some of these other bold predictions that we got in here. Joseph says Kyler Gordon will be cornerback 1 and Khalil Herbert is going to be RB1 towards the end of the season. That's not a bad prediction. That's not a bad prediction.
I'll say this too though. Something that they're not saying about Khalil Herbert. I think that he'll have the impact Tony Pollard had last season.
Nah, he can't.
You don't think so?
Because Tony Pollard had the impact he had last season because what's his name sucked. Ezekiel Elliott sucked last season. He was trash. Ezekiel Elliott had like multiple 40-yard rushing days. Strasburg Steve says, my bold prediction, the Bears will have more Pro Bowlers than Green Bay, and Justin Fields will beat the Packers at Soldier Field. That's a tough one.
That's still Aaron Rodgers.
Man, that's a tough one, brother. Hey, he said it's a bold prediction. That's a heck of a bold prediction, Strasburg Steve. Shout out to you, man, for the super chat, brother. That is a heck of a bold prediction. Let's be 100% on that. If the Bears beating, there's a part of me, right, that feels like Justin Fields can do enough to beat the Packers. And I feel like you can take advantage of what the Packers do sometimes defensively. And who better to know about what they're going to be able to do than Luke Getsy and Lucas Patrick? But I think that's going to be a gunfight, and I don't think that Justin Fields has a big enough gun yet. I think that's going to be I got one, you got one. I got one, you got one. I got one, you got one kind of game. Hopefully. That's what I'm hoping for, right? And I don't think that Justin Fields is going to have a big enough, I don't think he's just there yet. I will say this: I hope he gets there soon enough to. I just want to see competitive. We haven't even seen competitive with the Bears. You think about it. Khalil Mack's first game was the most competitive we were, and we were only competitive in the first half.
Hey, after Mitch did this,
done.
Hey, it was a wrap. After he did this, it was a wrap.
We got the Fantasy Whispers in the chat. What's good, boys?
Yo, what's going on?
We excited about another year of fantasy football, man. So we're going to have to work out a deal with the boys to get them on for another year during the day, man. Says Herbert was number 15 in PFF rushing grade last year. No ties to Monty from this front office. Late season sleeper, especially if Monty misses time. What's up, boys? Yeah, that's not a bad one.
Hey, man. I'm telling you, like Monty, bro. Herbert to me is a dog, bro. Like I mess with Herbert, bro. I mess with Juice, man.
Hey, you know why I mess with him?
You said what?
I said you already know why I mess with him. That boy cheap.
Man, bro. Hey, I want to try to understand, like, if it was possible for Pat to.
There's only one running back on the team I mess with more. The rookie we just drafted.
Oh, yeah.
Sheep.
And Herbert is just a year in.
You know what I mean? There's only one dude I mess with more. I mess with them offensive line like a mug, though. Yeah, I mean, I don't change my stance on it. And the problem is, the part that sucks is, like Kid said, Kid told me, he was like, you're never going to get a running back on this show. And I was like, you know what? That's okay. Because it's my opinion, and I'm sticking with it. And guess what? My opinion also backs what the NFL believes.
Hey, I ain't gonna lie. He been right on that.
There's two running backs in the NFL right now that got major money, and one of the teams regrets it.
Oh, the Cowboys.
Derrick Henry and Ezekiel Elliott. And guess what? You was watching Ezekiel Elliott like, he make how much a year?
Hey, bro.
How much
he forced them to pay him 2 years early. I don't know.
Forced them to pay them before they paid his quarterback.
I don't know. I don't know how they finessed that. I was like, hey, how you get into a fight at a concert and get paid after that? Like,
oh yeah, that's true. Hey, there's three. He right. McCaffrey got it too. Regret.
Oh yeah. Yeah. He's never healthy, dog.
Bro, and guess what? That's the thing. You're not gonna be it. The fall off. You don't have to take my opinion on it. Just look at how the fall off is. Remember 4 years ago when the Rams first went to the Super Bowl and
Gurley was that dude.
Todd Gurley was the best running back in the NFL. I forgot Todd Gurley was in the NFL. I saw him on an interview the other day talking down in Atlanta, and I was like, oh, yeah, he does exist. Yeah, I mean, it is what it is. Yeah. Desmond says, okay, bold prediction. Travis Gibson, 14 sacks. This is a heck of a prediction, bro. Travis Gibson is an interesting one to me, though, because in 9 starts, he did a lot of damage. I think that, guess how old Gurley is? He's 28. I believe he's 28 or 27. He's still
no way.
Bro, I think he's 28.
You got to be 30 now.
I don't think so.
Let me go take a look.
He might be 20. He's 27. He's 27 years old.
Dog, is he really?
That's how quick it happens. That's how quick it happens.
So you got what, 3 seasons of production?
That's how quick it happens.
Yo, that man. The crazy part is we know when it happened too. Like, he got hurt in the Bears game, and just like after that,
the second one,
huh?
That second one when we played.
Yeah, that second one. It was because I think it was snowing out here. I think.
No, he didn't get hurt out here, did he? He got hurt.
No, he did.
Oh, did he?
He did. He got hurt out here. He hurt his knee out here. And after that, it was just a wrap.
Hey, Akeem Hicks was killing that man that day and talking trash to him. I remember loving that. He was killing that man and talking mad trash to him. You know what though? I'm glad we brought up the Ram, not in that manner. I mean, shout out Ty Gurley, but I'm not glad that we brought up how Gurley has just like blown his knees out. But I am glad that we brought up the Rams and contract situation because the Rams yesterday making some big news, signing Aaron Donald to what was that number? Was that $60 million extension?
3 years, $95 million in total.
And he becomes the highest paid non-QB in the NFL. That's among all players. That's crazy. Here's my question. We know how quickly it hits you in football. It doesn't mean that like Aaron Donald is a freak of nature. But by the end of that, because he's 31 years old, will they regret that deal? Last season, 84 combined tackles, 12 and a half sacks.
He fulfilled it. He fulfilled his obligation to them. He already won them a Super Bowl. I honestly think he's just gonna come back and play one more year,
bro.
Like that, there's no because I mean, going off what he's done, he's done everything,
bro.
Like
I think this is my question, too, bro. Like, he's a monster.
But bro, did you see the way he was talking about breaking down film?
Yeah.
Bro, dog.
About him his rookie year.
OC.
Steve-O says they'll regret it because they're not winning another Super Bowl. Baki says probably not based on expectations of his production. I'll throw the poll up as well. By the way, the poll we threw up about 20 minutes ago got 56 votes on it. Do you like Flus? That Flus ignored the NFL. 86% saying yeah, 14% saying no. So we're gonna. I mean, listen. I love Flus ignoring that. It's going to be interesting to me because of how quickly the NFL fall off can come. But I think that Aaron Donald is such a beast, right? Like, has he really? I don't think he's ever really had a major injury. And since 2016, he's never had under a 10-sack season.
Like
2017. By the way, he had like an 8-sack season, and then before that, now maybe that season, maybe 2016 he was hurt. Let me see games played here. 2016.
Hey dog, because it's just so, but it's just so dope how
Aaron Donald is the pinnacle of health, bro. He's never. No, he has. Okay, well, that's weird. It says he played in 16 games, but he started to. Oh no, that's his rookie year. So he played 16 games, 2016. He only had 7 it just had the stat wrong. I was seeing it was showing me assisted tackles, not combined tackles. But yeah, he's got sacks. Rookie year 9, second year 11, third year 2016 8. Since 2017, here we go. 11, 20 and a half. 12 and a half, 13 and a half, 12 and a half.
You know what that's called? I'm him. Like it don't matter what you do. I'm him. There's what's that TikTok? Everybody always talking about
this the one.
Hey, you're not that guy, you're not that guy, you're not that guy. And then there's literally me existing.
Being that guy. This is the one that hurts. One pick before Kyle Fuller.
Dog.
One pick before Kyle Fuller. That's the one that really hurts. That was a tough one for me, man. Hey, man, we appreciate y'all for tuning in and rocking with us, by the way, man. Enjoying this good conversation early in the day. If you could do me a favor and just go ahead and...
Push the button. Come on. Push the button. Come on, push the button.
Yeah, come on, push your button.
Hit that like button, subscribe to the page. We do talk Chicago sports daily on this channel. It's the only channel talking Chicago sports. How Chicago talk. So make sure that you get in tune with them. Where are we putting? I mean, bro, like when we're talking about this, I think before the Super Bowl, we kind of talked about it. Like, where does he rank as a defensive tackle and stuff like that? But post winning a ring, is he the best defensive tackle? He's in the middle.
Fam, we gotta say defensive players though, because like to me, I feel like we gotta say defensive players just because like to me, I feel like he is the best D tackle, but like when you say in terms of defensive players, he's definitely like you can make the case. For you could possibly make the case for him being number one. You could possibly make the case for it.
Warren Sapp, absolutely. Bro, like I don't know. Let me not be super reactionary, right? Let me
like
not
because
Warren Sapp longer. I believe.
The only person that you can put over him, like on defense in general, is Dion, just because he went other places and got hardware.
Warren Sapp was a freak of nature too. You know what though? But it's so. Warren Sapp was a freak of nature. Never doubt that. Warren Sapp was a freak of nature. But there's lulls in the sack numbers. Now he did so much more. But 10.5, 7, 12.5, 16.5, 6, 7.5, 5, 2.5, 5, 10. In 2006, by the way, when he's like a year away from retiring. 2. Reggie White, I would probably put above him. Aaron Donald, to me, it's a much shorter stint. But the continued
It's more dominant.
It's more dominant.
It's more
Reggie's
dominant.
also on the end, though. That's true.
And then, but this is the thing. Aaron Donald lines up everywhere.
Aaron Donald lines up. I think that's also the difference as well, right? Like Warren Sapp was where he was at. Like you weren't moving all over the line as much. Aaron Donald be on the edge. Aaron Donald be on the middle. Yeah, I mean, like he is everywhere. Bro, he's got a case. Reggie White did as well. Reggie White might be the one. I think Reggie White's probably the best I've seen outside of Aaron Donald.
No. Reggie was cold.
See Reggie. Yeah, no, it's still Reggie White. Hey, Lawrence Taylor. Yeah. I mean, we're talking about the 4 best of all time right now. That's really what we're doing. Let me pull up Lawrence Taylor's. And here's the thing, right? Because the big thing for me is that Aaron was talking about retiring this season.
No, I legitimately think that. I mean, well, he said it on I Am Athlete. I'm gonna run it back one more time. If I don't get it, I'm probably retiring. Like,
yeah, and that's what I'm saying, right? Like, so Aaron, this is Aaron, 2014 to 2021. It's only a 7-year career right now. 11, 8, 11, 20.5, 12.5, 13.5, 12.5, 98 career sacks. Reggie White. Hey, yeah, bro. Nah, he's the best I've ever seen, bro. Yeah, I shouldn't have even had. Now, here's the thing. I didn't actually see him, but hey, bro, if Aaron Donald doubled what he did, he still wouldn't have as many sacks as Reggie White. Reggie White, rookie year, 13, 86, 18, 87, 21, 88, 18, 89, 11. That was a down year for him. 90, 14, 91, 15, 92, 14, 93, 13, 94, 8, another down year. 95, 12, 96, 8.5, 97, 11, 98, 16. He retired in 99. And in 2000, he came back out of retirement to play for Carolina and got 5.5 sacks. Reggie White's still the best of us.
Yeah, so it's not.
He has
Yeah,
198 career sacks. He has 124 with Philly. He has 68.5 with Green Bay, and he has 5.5.
yeah, Reggie White is the best because
I
even Lawrence Taylor.
Reggie White, all the Reggie White stuff I've seen, right, is like watching him kill the Bears. Like that also helps, right? The Bears were awful, so like he get like 6 against the Bears. But
Lawrence Taylor has 142 total.
LT,
Rookie year 9.5.
LT's a linebacker though.
Yeah, but still,
That's a lot. No, yeah, still. But if we talk defensive players overall, LT is probably the best overall defensive player because he could play on the line, he could play linebacker, he could do so much.
dog. His last season, he had 6 sacks.
That's crazy. Hey, bro. We talking about the best of the best. So I'm gonna be real with you. I got Donald above Sapp, but he's definitely below Reggie White.
So he's third. Like if we talking just DTs or like in general?
I was just talking DTs. If we talking
okay,
players overall,
DTs he's second.
Yeah, he's second probably.
DTs he's second.
Bruce Smith is a good one, but I don't think Bruce Smith was as dominant as long. Over to be number one, I'm saying. Bruce Smith was a monster though. Bruce Smith was disgusting. Yeah, Jesus. Never mind. Shut up, Pat. But again, on the edge, it's tough for me, right? Because on the edge is different than in the middle. You know what I'm saying? They were on the edge. That's completely different than blowing up the middle and getting to the quarterback to me. But granted, right, like Aaron Donald is in a very different position where he also can play on the edge.
I was gonna say, I feel like it just depends on like Aaron Donald, where Aaron Donald ranks depends on like how you view.
Bro, Bruce Smith career is crazy as heck too.
I would say it's just like how you view defense. Like, do you appreciate somebody more that's like playing at their one position, or do you like somebody that's more versatile? Like,
yeah.
So I mean that's honestly what it is.
Bruce Smith was freaky though, bro. 15, 12, 11, 13, 19. He must have got hurt this year. He only had 1.5 sacks. 14, 10, 10.5, 13.5, 14, 10, 7, 10, 5, 9, 5. He's got 200 career sacks. He actually is the sack leader, if I'm not mistaken, right? And he probably could have had that by quite a bit more. That's crazy, bro. I think the fact that Donald's only played, you got to think about everybody else I've said has played so much longer though. And in an era where football was a lot more
rugged.
I could kill you. Like the
offensive
line
legitimately, I could kill you and get away with it.
Yeah, I could kill you and get away with it. You know what I'm saying? Like, Mean Joe Green's another good one. Like Donald might be actually. Is Donald below Warren Sapp because of how long Warren Sapp could do it? Now, Donald's had more 10 plus sack seasons.
Like I said, to me, it just depends on what you view on the defensive side of the ball. Like For me, I appreciate somebody that's more versatile that I can put in different spots.
You know what? I'll say this, right? Most important thing for me with all these guys that they could get to the quarterback. That's all I care about.
That's a fact.
That's all I care about. Like if you can get to the quarterback, that's the most important thing. I will say this though, man, and it's tough to say, but man, you want to talk about somebody that separated themselves. Remember when we got Khalil Mack and we were like, Khalil Mack is like right behind Aaron Donald. Talk
He
about
is not.
bro. Talk about a separation, bro. Good Lord, bro. Hey man, we're gonna keep this thing pushing.
He had a season where you thought that, and then it was just like,
Bro, he had that 2018, and then it was just he also was never able to be as healthy as he was. But man, dog, that's crazy. I mean, here's the thing, right? There's a difference because Pepe said I take Donald over Joe Green. There's a difference between taking a guy versus actually like what their career ends up being. I would probably take Aaron Donald, who, by the way, if I'm not, he's undersized. He's 6'1". You got to think all these other guys are huge. Aaron Donald's 6'1". All these other guys were monsters.
hey, if y'all get a chance, go check out the I Am Athlete clip where it's like LaShawn McCoy is like I think they said when he was in Buffalo, somebody told him to he was like, yeah, I need you to chip Aaron Donald. I need you to chip Aaron Donald when this play started. He was like, listen, I run the risk of getting hurt. Can you like at least like say I'm getting the ball on this drive anytime soon? Like, hey,
Aaron Donald he said, how many games has Aaron Donald missed? Technically, I don't know if games. None. He's never missed a game. Oh, 2. He's missed 2 games in his whole career. He's missed 2 games his whole career, 2017. That's crazy, bro. That's mind-blowing. Again, though.
I think one of them
Warren Sapp, 6'2". Reggie White was 6'5". Bruce Smith, 6'4". Lawrence Taylor was 6'3". Bro, he's 6'1". He's a little bit taller than me. That's crazy. Good Lord, bro. That's a monster, man. Hey, man, we appreciate y'all for tuning in and rocking with us as always. Hey, man, appreciate y'all for listening in. We're going to keep this thing pushing. If y'all could do me a favor if you haven't done so already. And
Push the button. Come on. Push the button. Come on, push the button.
Yeah, come on, push a button.
Hey, and on the poll already, we got 47 votes in 12 minutes. We'll leave that up there for a little while longer. It says Aaron Donald will Rams regret, and I spelled regret wrong. Don't worry about that. Giving Donald a huge contract. 32% say yes. 68% say no. Fam, he's only missed 2 games in his career. I don't expect him.
I don't see where the regret is at because it's just like he's
he's going to be 33 and you're going to have to pay him 30 plus mil that 3rd year.
I think he's only playing in one, so it's just like because he when you heard him talk about it, I mean he had a plan. Like,
yeah,
I was only gonna play 8 years if I won one or not. Now I won one. I'm at least try to run it back one more time. Like,
I mean, listen.
But yo, how the Milwaukee Bucks hold Brandon Jennings up to like that's how the Rams need to hold Aaron Donald.
I love that no matter what, we always trash the Milwaukee Bucks for their Brandon Jennings love, bro. It's so weird to me how Bucks fans love Brandon Jennings. It confuses the heck out of me, bro.
We don't love Michael Redd.
I don't love Michael Redd, bro. Michael Redd was a legitimate bucket.
We don't love Michael Redd.
Good Lord.
But Brandon Jennings.
That's their guy, man. Can't get enough of BJ's. Hey man, we appreciate y'all for tuning in and rocking with us. We're gonna keep this thing going. We do want to switch gears a little bit, but before we do that, man, if you go ahead and
Push the button. Come on. Push the button. Come on, push the button.
Yeah, come on, push your button.
hit that like button, subscribe to the page. We do talk Chicago sports daily on this channel. It's the only channel talking Chicago sports, how Chicago talk. We had a couple of things just to let you guys know some updates and stuff. We're gonna have a video dropping today. Might do another reaction video today, and then of course, hitting on breaking news. Somebody's asked to do Major Beach Up. I don't know if that's one worth doing. I know the Bulls worked him out, but we'll see. And then also, hey, if you guys are not ready, get ready for Bears season by copping some of that Breeze merch, baby. Hold on, let me get these off of here, man. Pay no attention to the fine people on the poster, man. They come stock with the website. But grab your Breeze merch now. We got our Bears merch up on the website. It's the only channel talking Chicago sports, how Chicago talks. Be fresh in a mug this summer. Check it out over at twcbreeze.com. And then take some pictures and send them to us, man. Let us know that you cop some of that Breeze merch, man. We love seeing people that send us the pics and stuff like that. We also got Bulls merch over there. We got of course our custom Breeze merch over there as well. So get in tune with us on that. Let's switch gears to a little bit of Bulls talk, because there were a couple names that came up yesterday that I feel like, one name Bulls fans I feel like they loved, another name Bulls fans I feel like they hated, and got to talk about the situation going on out in Utah as well, because some news has surfaced, which to me tells you even more about why Quinn Snyder left in the situation that he was in. But I see you added some yellow to the models. It's a step. He was always there. It's the same models. That's a wild statement there, Hayes. Relax, brother. So here's my question. Is the Bulls making a move for Mitchell Robinson going to set them up to have that big man off the bench? And can they convince him to come? Because he got to the point where he was a starter out in New York. Can they convince him to come to Chicago and essentially say, hey, look, my boy, you coming off the bench?
Well, so what make you? Nah, I'm not totally sure on that. Not totally sure on that. You started, you started, and then now you telling me to come here and accept the bench role like that. That's tough.
It's
That's
tough.
like that's.
You started on the Knicks. There's some expectation there. Who else was going to start?
I mean, look, like unless I'm coming in for, unless we run into too big system, or something like that, and something's going on with P. Will.
Yeah.
I mean, then I could see it, because I know like it was rumblings out there about, probably Tristan retiring or something like that, but it's still like you was.
Here's my whole thing. Here's my whole thing with it. When I'm looking at this, right? What's the better situation right now? What's the better situation right now? Is it to go get guys that we still have question marks on? Although, even though, listen, me and Hayes broke this down over on Locked On Bulls. Go check out the latest episode of Locked On Bulls after you get done here. Mitchell Robinson scores at a 76% clip, but they don't pass him the ball. But is he going to come to the Bulls? Is he going to get the ball more? If he does, I would love it. I think he could be a better offensive asset than what we think he is. I think that he could do some good things for the Bulls. But here's my question with it. Are any of these guys more worth going to find the unproven rookie that you feel can contribute this season? because I feel like if you go get an EJ Liddell, if you go get a Walker Kessler, if you go get maybe Atari Eason, if he falls that far to you, you're talking about, to me, 3 guys that can come into the league and give you 8 to 10 rebounds off the bench. That's really all we're asking for. Either Rudy Gobert or Mitchell Robinson to do. Come in, give us.
So I'm looking at it right, and it's not lost on me because like I've said for a fact that I've wanted Mitchell Robinson here. Like I said, telling him to come to be off the bench and start unless he comes off the bench, right, and then it's like on some like Tyler Hero thing where it's like I'm coming off the bench, but I'm playing starters minutes. You know what I'm saying?
25 minutes off the bench.
Like
You probably
like
give him 25 minutes off the bench.
he has an injury history with him that I'm privy to.
Yeah.
So unless I'm going out to get like unless I come back and then I resign a Tristan or something, I would make the deal. I think that right now, as it stands, especially with Zach and then Lonzo's injury, and the reports are coming out more and more every day. Nobody really knows what's gonna happen with his knee. Like nobody knows. I feel like there's more. You have to go get more established pieces. Like now, I think that the Bulls don't have time for EJ Liddell, if that's possible, because you still got questions on P. Will, still got questions on IO. Yeah. So it's just that they don't have time for questions. They need solutions because now these are the times where it's like you want to start building those, planting those seeds for those championship runs.
Are these guys solutions though? Is Mitchell Robinson a guaranteed solution? I like Mitchell Robinson. I like that he comes in. I think that he does give us defense and rebounding off of the bench. But how are you going to throw Mitchell Robinson into this starting lineup? Right? Like there's pieces on this team that, like in the Rudy Gobert situation, I know a lot of people didn't like it, but in the Rudy Gobert situation, there's no Vooch. And yeah, people feel like, oh, that would clog up the paint. Yeah, but you're going to have a guy down there that can rebound in the paint and can kick it back out. And DeMar DeRozan's a mid-range shooter, so he's going to be shooting that shot whether it's contested or not. If you have a Rudy Gobert in that situation, though, there's no Vooch. Guess who else is getting more shots? Patrick Williams. Now you're talking about the development of Patrick Williams. Yes, you are giving up more. Yes, you're paying more money, but at least you get to see the piece you want to develop, get the best chance to develop, because guess what? He's the only one that's going to be he's going to be one of the main guys shooting the ball on this team now. Right now, Patrick Williams is the 4th offensive option.
Absolutely.
And I'm asking Mitchell Robinson to come off of the bench and find a way to slide in there. That's going to be tough.
And you know what? I think the other thing is too, even if the Bulls get Mitchell Robinson or Rudy Gobert, I think this helps them out because it's like what you don't want is a situation where Utah had in the playoffs where it was just like, okay, like none of our perimeter, like none of our guards can stick perimeter defense. Let Jalen Brunson through. So what you wanted, if you get a Rudy Gobert or Mitchell Robinson, you could put a P. Will or IO beside him, and then look at how much better the defense will be. And then let's just take into account if IO and P. Will do kind of take a step. That just makes that second unit or that first unit or whatever you want to call it, even if it's one starter staying in with that bench unit, a whole lot better than any solution that the Bulls had last season.
Yeah.
So that's just what I'm looking at with it.
Yeah, I mean, I get it, right? And Hayes saying, but to get Gobert, the Bulls would have to give up Kobe, Vooch, Caruso, for a team that bench production was already bad, giving up Caruso may be too much. I don't think you would have to give up Caruso because they're going to have to make a decision there one way or another if they're going to trade Gobert. I think they would rather have that 18, although they do need defense on that team, but I think they would rather get the big back. They would rather have a potential player, which Kobe White could be. And really that makes up the money for him. Because he's getting what now? Like his contract takes a jump next season, right?
Who's?
You would for contracts to match. What's his contract? Gobert right now. Because he doesn't make $40 million until 2023 or 24. Rudy Gobert contract. And Kobe don't make a little bit of money. Remember, he's got that lottery contract as well. He's 26 mil right now. Yeah, I'm saying 26 mil right now. No, 38 mil, my bad. 38 mil right now. So you'd be able to, for next season, you could get him for Vooch and Kobe, I think. And the 18th pick. You'd have to throw the pick in there. But that's more so for future. But even with that, right, like, if you go get him, I'm not saying that that's the move. I think the question now is it better to go get the $100 million guy, $200 million guy? Is it better to go get the guy that you possibly get at a mid-level exception? No, Vooch and Kobe is only 29 mil. Oh, okay. So would have to throw somebody else in there. Is it possible to go get the guy that you'd have to get at a mid-level exception? Or would you rather just draft the rookie and roll your dice there?
And you know what though? I think the biggest thing is because I wanted to address this comment about Shay. Like we can't be so quick to say that the NBA is moving away from those kind of bigs because while that might be true, I mean if you look at it, we can't sit up there and say like, oh, Gobert really wasn't doing that in the Mavs series. I think really that just comes down to coaching. That honestly came down to coaching, and the fact that they didn't have any perimeter defenders. Like your best perimeter defender was Royce O'Neal, and you're just funneling everything to Rudy. Like you still have to have some type of game plan. I'm not finna just completely render anybody useless. So
Here's my thing with it. You have to. The object of the game,
am I wrong? Am I wrong in saying that?
I don't care what kind of big he is. The question is, can he put the ball in the basket? The object of the game is to put ball in basket. Yes, they are moving away. Yes, they do make, but it's not like all of a sudden I can't come up with a scheme defensively that Rudy Gobert doesn't change. And what nobody talks about is if I've got 4 guys that can defend, then you're going to have a shooting big, which maybe you've got. But guess what? I also can rotate. But I'm also looking at that mug and I'm going to say, hey, listen, you can't come in the paint. So you have to shoot threes. Guess what? Live by the 3, die by the 3. And there's a lot of teams that die by the 3. The Golden State Warriors may not be one of them. You might have some issues there, but there's a lot of teams that die by the 3. Like that style of big, the object of playing basketball is to put the ball in the bucket. When Rudy Gobert takes 10 shots a game, he can do that. When Mitchell Robinson takes 10 shots a game, he can do that. It doesn't matter, oh, he's not the right style of big for the modern NBA. He's a big man that blocks 4 shots a game sometimes.
you can find a way to put him on the floor. Like, I'm not trying, and that's the biggest thing. Like I'm not saying when I address that comment, it's not like I'm saying
that is to say that guys in the 90s wouldn't be able to play today because they couldn't shoot. You know what I mean? Like your most dominant centers back in the day wouldn't be able to play because they couldn't shoot. Wilt couldn't play today. Yeah, I mean, like, it's just not a.
I would never sit up there and subscribe to that notion. Like you getting 4 blocks a game and I can't find a way to put you on the court. That's stupid.
It's just one of those things where it's like, yeah, Rudy Gobert is the anomaly right now, but I also think Rudy Gobert is in the worst system for Rudy Gobert. Their defense for Rudy Gobert is literally, hey, Rudy, get that. Good block, Rudy. Like, they just let everybody get past to him. There's no defenders on this team. There's no backside help. There's no backside defense. There's nobody switching on to his man that's popping out to the 3-point line. Yeah, I mean, it's just Rudy being Rudy. So I don't know. I don't have an issue with bringing in a Rudy Gobert. I hate how he just popped.
Oh, what's good, kid?
Whole time.
What's good, G-Lo?
Hey, did you say? Hey, time out, cause I'm tired of the heat being on me. Do you notice every time this man log in, he hit you with the?
Oh yeah, he do the light skin.
Hey!
You lick your lips.
Hey!
I'm on live.
He got this. I'm just saying.
Hey, yeah, you making it seem like I have nothing on my head. I took a headset off.
Hey, dog. I'm just saying. Hey, he gotta hit us with the wave check before he.
This is why Muggs hit us on Twitter with this.
That's my guy though. That's my guy though.
Somebody hit me on Twitter. It's like, this got to be the blackest show on TV. Muggs just show up when they want to.
Hey man, listen. This is what happens when you're trying to chase a dream and got to feed a family at the same time. Hey, listen, I gotta hop in. I gotta hop in when I can. When work ain't a problem, I gotta do what I gotta do, baby. It's coming. Don't worry about it.
I love it, bro. Also, super producer Joel Holt handling some things with his family, but that studio coming by, that's gonna be a fun time. I can't wait for that.
Hey, I was chopping it up with him, man. We got some good things in the works.
We got so much stuff coming, dog. It's gonna be crazy. Hey, but Joel is extra, bro. Like, we setting stuff up, and he's like, "Hey, what if we build a wall?" What?
You say, Jay, we just trying to get on. we trying to get on in the schedule. You trying to build up extra stuff, but I love Jay, man.
I love how extra he is because it really goes to show how good the show's gonna be with him. Because he's like, no, how can we make this better? How can we make this better? But when he hit me with like we was just sitting there and he was like, so I had this thought. Yeah. You know how we gonna put all this stuff on the back wall? Yeah. What if we build a wall? What? Hey, dog, like I don't have wall building capabilities, bro. I was an electrician. I don't know how to build a wall.
Did you see his studio he built?
He knows how to build walls. I said, hey, this is your dream, my boy, on that one. Like this is your endeavor now. You trying to do construction in this mug.
Man, this man. I always wonder why he just don't use his studio.
Because he don't want us in his house.
You ain't have to put it out there like that.
Come on now. Joel in a nice neighborhood, bro. He can't just have 3 black dudes rolling up every time.
Hey man, listen, I might buy a house in that neighborhood. That neighborhood's smack.
Easy, bro. Joel out here with the big money. No, hey man. I mean, just kind of to try and get back on topic and act like we're doing a real show here.
By the way, this was y'all, because I just showed up and said, hey, y'all went on a whole different tangent. I just want you to know, because Ringo be keeping tally about how many times I interrupt the show.
Hey,
when he put it in the chat, I didn't do it this time. That's all I want to know.
Hey, but I didn't start that. That was him.
Okay. Hey, listen, I just want you
that was him.
Hey, all right, we lost 3 people since I came on. Let's get back to topic.
I'll tell you this 100% right now. I am never committing a crime with y'all. Y'all snitch big, boy. I don't know what y'all know about. That was him. No, that was you. I am never committing a crime with y'all. Not that we would.
Hey, you saw that clip where Buddy was like, am I the only one that got charged? Why am I the only one that got charged with narcotics? And he looked over to his partner. Buddy didn't look back.
Hey man,
That's
that's like Young Thug, bro. They charging this man with everything. Mugs out here big snitching when the Rico case come up, bro.
Oh, you might as well. The Feds got like a 98% win rate.
Bro, this
Hey
mother,
man, they said no bond. Did not that man bond twice.
hey, they said he's the most dangerous person out of all of them. He's King Slime. Hey,
He's the
bro,
saltiest of all the
said-
sea dogs.
I would say, I tell you this, y'all better make sure he go behind bars because if he don't, this finna be the most fire intro to a song you've ever heard in your life, bro.
When they said he rapped about shooting his mom, I was like, dang, he shot somebody's mama?
Hey, bro, I mean, like, I'm like, bro, like, what's Thug really on? What's going on with that man?
I just think he had it in him. He has that most feminine way about him. And I'm not trying to say there's anything wrong with that, but I just compared to what he's being charged with versus how he act, it just don't always line up. That's all I'm saying.
Hey,
but I tuned in and we talking about Rudy Gobert. Now we talk about YSL. Can we talk about Rudy Gobert?
Puerto Rico. No, but
Wow.
I mean, honestly, at this point, hey, Rico got no money, he ain't got no job. That was my track. I ain't gonna snub with.
He ain't got no choice but to get around.
Here's my question, right? And this is what me and Rico are breaking down. Is it better to go after a Gobert? Is it better to go after a Mitchell Robinson, who you can get on a mid-level exception? We know what Gobert comes with, and they would both have different situations. Or is it better to go it's still development, but it's some dudes coming out that can play right away because all they do is play defense. Is it better to go that route with the 18th pick in the draft? You're talking about possibly getting Atari Eason, EJ Liddell, a Walker Kessler, who I love, by the way, who I think could be Rudy Gobert-esque in the NBA, and maybe you're able to get that. But there's going to be some development that has to come with that.
You want me to go first?
Yeah, go ahead. Me and Ringo been talking about it. So.
Yeah, bro. Yeah, true.
So I want to just kind of preface this by saying I have two different ways of looking at it. I've always looked at it from like my personal preference is to get Rudy Gobert in a Bulls jersey. What does that look like? You know, I see someone in the chat, you know, they see Vooch and P. Will for him. I would do it mainly because he gives me three things I need. He gives me boards, he gives me blocks, and apparently when he gets the ball, according to Pat with his fine research on the video he just did, go check that out, by the way, shameless plug. He can give me points when I need him. Yeah. And considering the type of team that we have with two other dynamic scorers, I don't need him to be like Vooch taking a bunch of threes, which is nothing wrong with, by the way. I actually like how Vooch plays. But to a degree, I like how Vooch plays. But because of the other things I need, I can see Rudy Gobert being an upgrade. So I'm willing to take a step back on the offensive output if I can get a dramatic increase on my blocks, and I can still be on par with my boards. Rudy Gobert does that just as well as Vooch and better on the blocks, and he can actually kind of keep up on the point wise. So, I mean, I can see that happening. But let's just say, for instance, we want to keep our core intact. Why not go after Mitchell Robinson? Like, I'm not a big fan of, you know, having a win now mentality and having too many rookies on your team.
I agree with that. You can't. I don't think you can have too many developmental pieces. I think no matter what, Kobe White ends up getting traded. By the way, just to update y'all, 77 votes on the would the Rams regret giving Donald a huge contract? We're gonna end that because we're gonna throw another poll up there. But 70% say no, 30% say yes, that they will regret it by the end. But the difference to me with Mitchell Robinson is that
I have to do more research on him, by the way, because I can't.
Same dude.
Yeah, isn't he?
Same dude. Less blocks per game, a little bit better of a defender on ball. Like he can, you know, he's got better feet. But literally, they don't give him the ball to shoot the ball. He shot the ball more than 10 times, 3 times last season. Every time he did, 15 plus points. He shoots at a 76% clip.
So
he literally makes 3 of every 4 buckets you put.
Question for you, kid. So like, do you subscribe to the notion that because Shay made the comment earlier that the NBA looks like it's, you know, kind of moving towards like moving out the bigs as far as like a Rudy Gobert or Steven Adams. I'm of the mindset that if he's giving me 2 to 3 blocks a game, I can find minutes for him. So like my question is like, do you subscribe to that notion that's going to cause problems in the playoffs, or like do you need him on the floor? What's your thoughts on that?
There's always going to be a spot for a good big man. Always. You know, if you even look at Golden State and Boston right now, we know Golden State to be this, you know, offensive powerhouse from the 3-point line, but they had nearly 40 points in the paint. So when you really put that into perspective, you know, if Robin Williams had the opportunity to do what we know he can do, like if he showed up in the grand way that we know he can show up, then the Celtics may have won that game.
Yeah.
Right. And so, you know, there's always going to be a spot for that. You look at what Robin Williams did in Robert, excuse me, not Robin. Forgive me. In the other series, you know, his presence there. He was the one that tipped the scales for Boston. He don't shoot threes. He's not a good jump shooter. He's in that paint getting you boards and blocks.
You got to have a bunch of
always
guys
going to be a space for a big man.
And I was just out of mindset that I'm looking at it that if he's on the Bulls, and then I have it where I was looking at the Utah Mavs series, and they just kept pointing out how, you know, Utah really didn't have the perimeter defenders. I think the real perimeter defender that they had was Royce O'Neal, and, you know, Donovan Mitchell's letting Jalen Brunson just go past him, and then the only defense is, hey, Rudy, put your hands up. And I'm at a mindset that if Rudy had a P Wheel and an IO down there with him, not only does that help him defensively, but if he takes that leap, now you like these are good problems to have. Yeah. These are actually good problems to have because now Rudy's not expending that much energy. He knows where to be, and now like up and down the roster, not only do you have Clarence, but you have people that can contribute. So that's honestly, you know what I've been looking at, and since they said that, that's one of the main reasons why, if I were to trade for one of the two, being either Donovan Mitchell or Rudy Gobert to come here, I'm choosing Gobert 10 out of 10.
Oh yeah,
I'm choosing Gobert because of what we need. Yeah. I'm sorry, go ahead, Pat.
No, I was gonna say I'm choosing Gobert over Donovan Mitchell.
I don't need another 25, 5, and 5 guy. I got 2 of them
on 40%.
I don't need like I don't want it to seem as if I'm hating on Donovan.
Right.
There's a space for Donovan, right? That style of play. Guess what? Some of our favorite players, iconic players, AI was a high volume, low shooting percentage guy, but it's a freaking I. Like there's always going to be a space for that person who can kind of generate offense and stuff like that. You roll the dice with that. But that's just not what we need as a team. So it's all about what we need. And what we need really is more on the defensive end, interior paint, and consistent spot up shooters.
And I want everybody to understand, right? It's not the same situation if you bring Rudy Gobert in as it is if you go get a Mitchell Robinson. Mitchell Robinson's not coming here to be a starter. Mitchell Robinson's coming here, if he's coming here, to come off of your bench. That means that you've still got the same situation where, he's not going to start. They're not going to sit P. Will. They need him to develop. They're going to play him. He's going to play at the 4. You're going to run back with the same lineup that you have. You know what I'm saying? You're bringing Mitchell. That's why I said, like, trading for Rudy, Vooch has to be in on the deal. P. Will gets the opportunity at a minimum to see, hey, like, you ain't got no choice but to take shots now. Because guess what? Can't nobody else take shots down there in the front court. So I think for me, like, that's a situation where you're getting a star level player, but also you're getting shots up for the guy that you feel you need to find him more shots anyway. So Mitchell comes in and he's going to be coming off of the bench unless Vooch just has a dramatic fall off. But you need a Vooch to be on the floor with a Mitchell Robinson to make that dynamic work, or a P. Will to be on the floor with a Mitchell Robinson to make that dynamic work.
It's such a nuanced thing because, we can't definitively say anything. Like, Vooch has very slow starts to the season, and we kind of had this back and forth. He was like, all right, when is this going to happen? When is he going to turn the corner? And he was giving us 13 rebounds, but he was also giving me like 13 points off 20 missed shots. So I was like, hey, dog, this ain't going to work like that. I can't ride for you if you ain't right. You know what I'm saying? So it's like at this point, you got that issue. Plus, he's getting older, and not everyone is going to have the Chris Paul, LeBron James, leap in their career and he's never really been a really big athletic guy. Well, he's been a big guy. He's not been a really a good athletic guy. Like he's not out there looking like
said something on Locked On Bulls that I had to actually go back and look. Vooch has always played as a big.
Always.
He's always played as a big. He's always had a back to the basket game. But when Vooch was young, Vooch really did look like Marco.
I can see that.
Slim. He really did look like Marco. I was kind of like, I went back and looked. Now, Marco, I think, is different. Marco doesn't really have a back-to-the-basket game. He's like, listen.
This is an insider, but I want y'all to go look at some Marco tape and just go watch him on the court. This is all you're going to see.
It's only with the Bulls, though. It's so weird. I was watching him with the Windy City Bulls, and I was like, but granted, he was getting his shots. But it's like, he's playing in a system. And you know what? Maybe that's why we didn't see much of him, because he had to figure out how to play in a system that the Bulls was running. Because every time I seen him on the court, he was either doing this or he was doing this.
I for the ball so much. If this was 2K, his rating would have went down everywhere.
You just press X.
Yeah. Like, you can't keep calling for the ball, my man. Like, get down the court.
Give me the ball. Give me the ball.
Excessive call for ball.
Now, I wanted to kind of touch on this, but I wanted to wait. But it popped up in the chat. I wanted to know if we cool with just pivoting for a minute.
Go ahead.
With everything going on with Lonzo Ball, this is not a P. Will slander, right? But if we look at our young players, to me, Ayo Caruso, good Lord. Ayo Dosunmu, to me, is realistically the best of our young players.
Yeah, it's not a slight.
And I think ultimately
we didn't see nothing. We saw P. Will for 13 games, so it's not a slight.
I don't want to go too hard on that.
I saw Ayo step into the starting lineup for 36 games. No, 36 games.
And I don't want to go too far into that, but I have to be realistic. Basketball is all about, being available and opportunity. So if someone else comes up and you find a lineup that's working, a lot of times you don't try to force that other individual into that lineup and stuff like that. We kind of found something that works. And P. Will just has never been a good rebounder. And that's what we need. A good rebounder. And
I mean, I can't say that based on the end of the season last year.
Yeah, no. And end of the season, he was coming on.
When he came back, he rebounded.
It's too young for me to say he's never been, but like I haven't seen it, so it's like it's a hard statement, but it's also a fair statement because it's like, hey,
I mean, we saw it at the end of the season, though.
We kind of saw a flash of it, and I mean, hey, we saw Kobe White drop 30. I mean, when Kobe's getting the heck up out of here, dog. I mean, like let's be real. We done seen flashes in the pan before. Let's just be real. Like, I mean, I'm not saying he can't be. I'm just saying like. We haven't really
flash, but it's all the games he played. It's because he was hurt. It's not because he wasn't like on the court.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. It's not because he was on the court and we were like, man, this mug is trash. And I think he said it the best. He literally was like, I shouldn't have put myself out there at the beginning of the season. I was hurt. And when you put yourself out there at the beginning of the season and you hurt, guess what? I'm gonna look at you crazy and I'm gonna be like, why is he not doing nothing?
Mm-hmm. I did say at a minimum though, yesterday too, kid, I said that there was this thing. I was watching this interview with Mon Shumpert and Jared Smith where they said when they got J Kidd said, yo, I'm gonna get you like a 6. I'm gonna get you 6 to 8 points easy.
I seen that.
All you gotta do, as soon as the mid shot come off, give me the ball, run.
I see that.
Got him the ball. My mom was like, "Dang, I'm actually helping. I ain't gotta shoot. I can lay this up.
He said,
I can dunk this if I want to. Maybe I should windmill." Like, and that's honestly like, even if the thing doesn't work out with Lonzo, like you're saying with the Ayo situation, if they do get a Rudy, like I'm legitimately on some look. Pick and roll, this 6 to 8 points easy. I can get you 6 assists. Just put the ball and that's legitimately
the
what it should
reason
be.
I'm so big on Ayo is because I actually watched the tape, and I watched the tape of all three players. When I say three, I say Lonzo, how the offense ran with him, and I still had the same criticism there. We didn't use Lonzo the way Lonzo needs to be used. I just felt like we went away from him at times, and it just felt stupid. But I know Billy D was trying to figure out what's working. I looked at how the offense ran with Kobe White at point guard. Not as effective. It wasn't as bad as I thought it was, though. So I'm not going to sit there and kill him. It wasn't as bad as I thought it was.
Kobe played better this year. It's just not 7th pick in the draft.
That's a fact. I give him that. But then I looked at Ayo, and the one thing I immediately saw is Ayo got Vooch involved early. Yep. He got easy buckets for a lot of people. And for some odd reason, it just clicked a lot better with him running that point. And it just, and I hate to say it, I was like, it at times looked better than some of the best games we saw Lonzo play. Because he just did more from a traditional point standpoint. Whereas Lonzo was like, all right, initiate the offense, run to a corner.
Lonzo's game has changed and people haven't adjusted their brain to it. Nobody expected us to get this Lonzo as a starter.
Yeah.
I never in my wildest dreams did I expect us to have 44% shooting from the 3-point line from Lonzo. And he's one of the best in the NBA. And then, like, when you look at it, I was like, oh, well, he's initiating offense based off of the fact that he's not a 3-point threat. But he can't do that every game because every game, there were games in there where he wasn't a 3-point threat, where the 3 ball wasn't falling for him. I think Lonzo sets it up a lot. I think we didn't get to see. I think Lonzo fits better for this team because he's more comfortable. I need to see Ayo comfortable with this team. Hey, man, the morning show doing enough to get the bots in here. Let's go.
Hey, you know you're doing something when you got the bots coming in about Girls Gone Wild at 12 o'clock. You know?
That's a throwback. Hey, there's people in here that don't even know what Girls Gone Wild is. That's a throwback. When you stayed up till 2 a.m. just to see that 15-second commercial, Girls Gone Wild.
You know the crazy thing about this whole team? Like P. Will is 6'7", Kobe is 6'5". We are actually a really long team.
I might call cap on Kobe being 6'5". Adam Silver's 6'2", and I looked at that draft picture again. Unless he grew, but he was drafted at 6'5". I might be calling cap on that 6'5", bro. Adam Silver, I think he's Adam Silver 6'3". He's not taller than Adam Silver. His hair just is.
He's freaking tall.
So Kobe White got to be 6'3" then. Cause you know, I thought the NBA add 2 inches to the height.
He must have had on like some really thick Jordan 2s or something.
They had to stop doing that, remember? Because what was it, 2 years ago? They were like, you got to start putting a real height on there. I don't even know why why were we lying about height? What kind of self-conscious?
We the NBA been lying about height for like 10 years. Now they saying Jason Tatum like 6'10".
Bro, I don't know how tall Charles Barkley really is. I've seen Charles Barkley
6'4".
I've seen Charles Barkley, but Charles Barkley
is he really though?
Charles Barkley says he's 6'2". Like he actually said,
if he say he's 6'2", then he's 6'2".
But I've seen him stand next to Michael Jordan and they look the same size.
Nah, Mike got that little like odd tip of a head over him. Like I don't know. What
are we talking about? It's a little early there, kid.
Oh God. Yeah, they got him listed at 6'5", 195, which makes him a
2.
Makes him a 2.
Yeah, 2. But I don't know.
His name ain't Kobe. It's Alec.
Who?
His name is Alec Jacoby White.
What?
His real name is Alec.
Jalen, I don't believe that.
You don't believe his name?
I don't believe it. No. I was looking at Jalen's comment. Jalen said Barkley 6'5".
Barkley is not 6'5", bro.
I think Barkley is taller than what he even says he is. Because in his book, I was reading his book, and he was like, they always listed me at this height, but I'm actually 6'2". And I was like, is he trying to hype himself up? Like, I've seen you next to Jordan. You're not that much shorter than Jordan.
He ain't that much taller than Kenny.
He's not that much taller.
I mean, if you wanted to hype yourself
He's just
up,
big. He's just a wide dude.
Can we admit though, Charles Barkley has been the funniest gentleman consistently on TV for at least the last 15 years. Hey, maybe the last 20 years, maybe the last 30 years. I ain't gonna lie to you, because Chuck got some interviews that just like they come out of nowhere, bro. That man said, what he say? They said, we heard on the radio interview that the fans aren't really happy with what you think. He put the mic back up. Chuck said, "Does it look like I give a flying F what I think about the radio call?" He was like,
Chuck is just being Chuck, man.
Hey, I love Chuck so much, bro. He cracks me up.
In a world where people can sit there and try to make up whole facades and personalities, you have to appreciate authenticity. And Chuck has just always been him. And that's why we always love Chuck. Hey. And I'm going to hate what it looks like when he retires, because I think he said he got 2 years.
He got 2 more years, bro.
And he said he done. And I can appreciate that. I mean, we've talked more about Chuck as an analyst than we ever did as a player, mainly because we weren't there. But but I mean, like, his career
helps.
His secondary career is just as long and as impactful, in my opinion, as his first career.
More so, I think.
Secondary, I would say more so.
More so.
I didn't realize he's been on there since I was a kid.
Yeah, Chuck is to me, he's more impactful now because he's matured a lot and knows, like, at least there's some things I won't say now. Like, Chuck the player was like, I call you a B and then like throw you through a window. Like, oh, okay.
And actually did it.
Yeah, and then actually do it. Yeah, I'm saying, hey, that's why I was like, I was cracking up because when the Warriors fans was throwing stuff at Chuck.
Dog, I seen that. Wild.
Hey, when Chuck went to throw it back,
wild, dog.
Shaq was laughing. I was like, Shaq's laughing, but I want y'all to understand this.
If Chuck would have
was to jump in the crowd and swing at y'all, Shaq would be right behind him. They really are good friends and brothers. They mamas know each other. If Shaq was to jump in, bro, like first thing I thought, I was like, y'all gonna be flying around like that Lakers fight versus Houston when it was just shoving people out of the way. Y'all better stop playing with Chuck. Hey, man, we're going to keep this thing moving along. We appreciate y'all for showing love. Right now, the Rudy Gobert poll. What the best option is for the Bulls at center. 42% saying sign Mitchell Robinson. 31% saying draft a rookie big. And 28% saying trade for Rudy Gobert. It's at 36 votes right now. Vote on the poll. Hey, but it's time for the fun part of the day, man. Because I ain't
a rookie big, dog. I don't even know why you put that as an option.
Listen, I mean, you got some good ones out there.
Hey, I don't need to draft a rookie big. Where is Wiseman at? Wiseman had just as small of a showing as anybody.
Wiseman, leave Wiseman alone. Wiseman is getting an A on the project for doing that.
Wiseman's about to get a ring and didn't do nothing. Talk about participation trophy. Hey. This man's about to get a ring and ain't contributed nothing all season.
When he leaves,
Wiseman is. That team's already championship ready, and he's their one developmental piece.
Nah, they got like 2 developmental pieces.
Okay, Jordan Poole, who's actually
it'll be funny because if that man leave, that's So what do you got to offer the team? Yeah, I got championship experience. You know you didn't play right.
Hey, if we traded for Wiseman, we'd have 2 champions on our team.
Oh, I'm gonna be real. We had 2 champions last year. I'm gonna be real with you. Wiseman, yeah, Tristan and Caruso.
Tristan, okay. Well, I was so hyped for Tristan, and that fizzled out so bad. Oh God,
for absolutely no reason. No, he said they low key working on replacing Wiseman limbs with robotics. Here's the interesting thing. Oh, Kuminga is true, so they do got a couple developmental pieces, but they also in the finals. Big difference. Here's my biggest question with Wiseman. Is he going through the same thing that Lonzo is? He's been recovering from a meniscus for a year plus now. This was something that was wasn't it like middle of the season last season?
I think if he comes back, he'll be. I mean, that's a fact, Pat. But I think even if he does come back, he'll still be too behind for the Bulls even to pick him up because he hasn't really got any run. We've seen he's had flashes.
Hey, this is the thing. At this point, you think we're gonna rehab you for a year and a half and then trade you? No, you're gonna give us something. Hey, what Denzel Washington say? I'm leaving here with something.
The funny thing is, I don't like Hayes asked the question, who gets on the court first? I think it has to be Wiseman, right? Because at least Wiseman has
he's in rehab and all that already.
He's out. He should. Wait, that man been in rehab a long time. It'd be funny. Now the real question is who gets on the court first? Wiseman, Lonzo, or Kawhi? Because that man's also been rehabbing for a long time too.
At least Kawhi said, "I'm good to go. I feel good to go," and the doctors are like, "You're not good to go." Like, hey, Kawhi got the worst relationship with doctors I've ever seen in my life. He ain't never had doctors that he agreed with. Kawhi, one of them us. He'd be like, "Bro, you just rub a little ginseng on that, and you be good." Hey man, we're gonna get into one of my quickly becoming favorite segments where we do the question of the day. We got to get a little sounder on that mother, like question of the day. Bam, 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 bam. Because on the question of the day, we let y'all tweet us in some questions. Y'all can also drop some questions in the chat. But when the show goes to where we're pre-recording it, you won't be able to drop questions in the chat. So make sure that you guys are checking out the tweet over on the Twitter page. Follow us on Twitter at the Windy City Breeze, at Pat the Designer, at Stefan the Don 1, and of course at 1P Kid. Follow the whole team over on Twitter. Let's get this mug cracking, man. Let's get this mug cracking because we didn't get too many questions. We only got a couple questions on the Twitter, but we did get some good ones. I ain't gonna lie to you. First one from the Sports Advocate. Would you rather the Bulls make it to the finals 1 year, then be in the playoffs in the next 5? Or in the play-in, I'm sorry, for the next 5, or make a deep run to the ECF 5 years in a row, but never make a finals?
So do you want to be Boston or Toronto, basically?
Yo.
That's a tough one. I ain't gonna lie to you. I'd rather
make the finals.
Because he didn't say win the finals though.
He didn't say win the finals, right? You just making it.
That's the other thing.
Leaving that up to chance.
Wait. I'll wrap this up in a nutshell for you. The last time we made the finals, there's a guy who's been retired so long. Not only does he have retros for his retro shoes, he also has owned a team, 2 different teams, by the way. He's actually been part of ownership for 2 different teams. And he finally, he's been retired my entire for more than 60% of my life. That's the last time we've been to the finals. So I'm going to the finals, and then you got to put it into context like this. The play-in is still technically a 7th seed. So depending on how tough this East is, and it was pretty tough this year, 7th seed ain't bad. The difference between 7th seed and 1st seed, I think, was less than 10 games.
That's
not that bad.
But you in a play-in 5 years in a row, though, that's tough.
No, I think
that means I'm 7th seed. He didn't say I'm losing. I'm just in a play-in.
I think that's my question. Is it that the Eastern Conference is so tough that the 7th seed is tough to get to, or that the 1st seed is tough to get to because of 6 teams that legitimately are competing, or like there's stipulations that go in, right? Like, did Zach LaVine get hurt at the beginning of the season? So now I'm a 7th seed, but I get Zach back by the end, and we actually balling, and we 7th, but we can go.
You thinking way too hard about that. No. I can't. I don't know if I can do that. That's fine. Right?
No, because I'm deep run every year in the ECF 5 years in a row, but never make the finals.
No, I'm taking the finals. I'm taking the finals appearance though.
Because in the play-in, I still have the option to do more.
So do you want to be DeMar DeRozan Toronto? I think that was only 3 years. but they was there. I mean, it was a fixture there. Do you want to be DeMar DeRozan Toronto, or I guess now we could say, do you want to be the Boston Celtics, who were like the worst team in the league this year? They weren't even in the play-in, then all of a sudden they're number one and stuff like that, and they're in the finals. I would rather be in the play-in, make the finals.
Yeah. And here's the
then
thing.
Be on a team, because you got to think about what that does to legacies. If you make the ECF 5 years in a row and never get over the hump, everybody on that team is like they can't get it done.
Hey, that's
everyone
tough.
on that team is going to be questioned. You're going to have a DeMar DeRozan career. Are you really the guy? I don't know. Let's trade you. Like, that's what's going to happen.
But here's the thing. Which season's more fun, though?
The one where we make it to the finals.
It's going to be the one where they make the finals.
The one season we make it to the finals. But if every year we in the ECF, is it more? I don't know, right? Well, no. I'm taking the finals one, because I ain't going to lie to you. If
you in the ECF 5 years in a row,
I ain't trying to be the Bills, bro. I ain't gonna lie to you.
I'm telling you right now. By the time if the Bulls made the ECF 5 years in a row, I guarantee you, Pat would be broken by the time. I'd be broken by the time that whole run is done.
I'd be broken.
By the way, it would be the best content we've ever made.
It would crush them.
Hold on. Never mind. For the show, give me ECF 5 years in a row.
No, for the show, give me finals 1 year.
No, give me the finals 1 year. I can't watch him go through that. I can't watch him go through that.
He's a Bears fan. What you mean you can't watch him go through it?
You watch me go through everything.
Dog, to make the ECF 5 years in a row and then
you know how many rounds of playoffs to get to the ECF?
Yeah, that's
we didn't get put out in the first round since we've been shorties. What is going on?
Hey. It's a lot of good basketball. I mean, I got at a minimum 2 solid rounds of basketball there.
Please, hey, and don't let it go 7 games. I got good 14 games of playoffs. Come on, baby. No, you looking at this backwards.
For the show, give me ECF 5 years in a row. I'm not gonna lie to you, because that mug is gonna grow every single year. Probably 10,000, 20,000 subscribers. I'm with it. Let's go.
Against Bears fans. Hey. I'm just letting you know it's a painful thing. I did this season with Pat, and I was like, I don't know if I keep doing this, Pat.
It hurt.
This trash.
Hey, bro. I was there with him when Cody Parkey missed the field goal, bro.
Dog, y'all do realize we don't live call football games for a reason.
I can't. The one I did, I flipped a table.
By the way, we have to call the opening game.
I think we did special ones. We did the Steelers.
You did Justin first start.
Did we do start of the season last year?
No,
you did Justin first start.
We did Justin Fields first start. Me and you did that one.
Hey.
That was awful. That was the Browns.
Hey, we were sitting there. We spent more time drinking than commentating or talking about that. We spent more time talking about basketball than him. And I don't even believe it was a game on that day.
That was so bad. It was ridiculous.
One of the worst things ever. Hey. So let's not do opening game. Let's wait till we see some traction first. Let's see what happens.
You know what though? I might do because opening game we going up against Jimmy Garoppolo, so I might be able to feel good about that.
No, because it's San Francisco defense.
Well, no, I might be. It might be Trey Lance actually, who they have no.
It's still San Francisco defense. I gotta wait, baby. You gotta let me see what's happening.
When is kickoff for the first game? Is that a 12 o'clock start or is that a? Well, no, we got it. What are we talking about? We're done. We got to do week 2. Week 2 is the Packers.
Oh yeah, no, never mind. You're right. Week 2. There you go. All right, we can do that. Skip Jalen. He in the comments. He knows what's going on.
Hey. He ain't coming for that one. I might really fight Jalen if he comes for that one. I tell you, I ain't mind the Bucks. You can't come for Bears Packers. I ain't gonna lie to you. There's a lot of Bears fans here that stomp you out. Hey man, we got another one in this mug. I love Chicago Sun-Times. First off, I love him because of the name, and Joe Cowley had beef with us. Second off,
he still got beef?
He always, I don't know, I don't mess with him. He always comes with an interesting question on this. Would you rather fight one chicken every day or fight a lion once a year?
Somebody got this off TikTok, and I hate everybody. I just seen this today. I'm fighting the chicken.
Booting that chicken over the fence and call it a day. I am booting this chicken over the fence and call it a day because I'm not fighting the goddamn.
I'm fighting the chicken.
Hey,
Do you know how much a lion weighs?
Nah, you talking about fighting it though. That means it's coming back. That means it's coming back.
Do you know how much a lion weighs?
You can't just kick it and get away. That means that mug is coming back.
Hey, put the question back up there one more time. I just want to see something.
Hold up.
Once a year. Check this out. It should just say, or fight a lion for 1 year. or just once. Because we're not making it past the first fight.
Now, here's the thing. Am I in a conceal to carry state?
They said fight, not shoot.
Can I keep that thing on me? I fight how I fight. Whatever. Like, if it's a lion, I'm fighting how I fight in that situation. I'm not getting killed over
I'm going to choose the one that has a high probability of living, and people fight chickens every day and have food by dinner.
Yeah, you're not gonna, I will say this, right? I will say this. The chicken is a great situation because if it's a broke week for you, at a minimum, you got dinner.
Oh God, we eating.
Like I can snatch that mug up and just and call it a day. Yeah, I mean, I'm breaking a bird's neck.
Man, are these my chickens? Because at least I know I don't have GMOs and all that other like force-fed stuff in my chicken. So at this point, I'm eating healthy too. I'm just saying. I'm thinking of the positives here. That's a weird question, by the way.
That was a weird question. We all going chicken.
I just seen that on TikTok today.
Hey, I love it though. I love it though because
chickens will cut you up. Hey, dog, chickens will cut you up, but a lion will eat you.
Yeah, for real, bro. Hey, listen. I can come up with some kind of body armor that's gonna keep me safe every day. That once I kill that chicken, I can take off.
Come on with body armor. Who are you, Tony?
Hey, bro, listen. You're not coming to cut me up.
He said for the year. I got 6 months to build this.
Hey,
and we gonna figure it out.
I can do things to adapt that I can survive the chicken. All that I can do to adapt to a lion. And here's the thing. I don't know when the lion's coming. I know the chicken's coming every day. I don't know when the lion's coming. It's just once a year. What if he hits you with a back-to-back day? You kill him on December 31st. You tired. He run it back next year on January 1st. He hit you with a DeMar DeRozan.
Hey, listen. That's just like those people who said they would rather deal with a hippo over alligator.
Bro, oh my God, bro.
Wait, time out. They'd rather what?
People really don't know animals, bro. People really don't know. I'm saying this.
When the heck did this turn into National Geographic?
We don't have a sports show. We just have a show. Did you see the question we had yesterday though?
No, I didn't get a chance to see it.
About the would you rather find out what people think of you or control time?
Oh yeah, would you rather be able to read minds or control time?
Yeah, read minds or control time.
I think we all said that, and I was like, yeah, because I don't want to just know what people think about me. Like, it takes the fun out of life. Takes the fun out of me being able to fry the mess out of you.
You see what people think? How people collapse over Twitter?
Hey, I will say this. Hey, no, we both said we were selfish, by the way, as well. We said we just going back. We're gonna save Derrick Rose.
We changed on all of NBA history.
We're gonna trade Marcus Pfizer and draft Dwayne Wade. I said I'm not using my skill. I'm not using my power.
Give y'all Michael Beasley. We get D Rose.
Nah, see, that's you. You wilding out there.
You wouldn't have been able to. Listen, the only reason why Michael Beasley didn't work out is because y'all didn't play him.
Nah, we played him. He got bit. I think he got. He had he said he had 15 his first year.
Hey, by the way, Kyle Lowry did not make the cut for the body fat at off-season weight.
Oh, I saw that.
Pat Riley. Yeah.
Hey, I think based on what we saw last season, he wasn't gonna make the cut. No way. They was cutting that man. Hey, Hayes dropped one in the chat over here, man. He said, question, more iconic, Boozer with the shoe polish hair or John Salmons with the shark fin rat tail cut?
The shoe polish.
The shoe polish.
Because it melted halfway through the game.
Bro, the shoe polish is so iconic, bro.
The fact that he thought he could go and play a full basketball game after having that spray on his
he said his barber messed him up. He had never used it before. And he said his barber was like, nah, bro, we can we can make it look good and get the joint right and it'll look like you got. Bro, he said he ain't never get a cut by Buddy again, bro. Bro, you made Boozer go out there and look the worst he's ever looked in his career, and you fumbled the bag of having Carlos Boozer as your barber. On an what was he getting? $72 million?
Hey, Carlos Boozer and his friends. Because if Carlos Boozer gets a good cut, somebody can be like, yo, that's a fresh cut. He messed up a whole network trying to be cool with this shoe polish.
Bro, how you right, exactly, Ricky. How you mess up a bald head? Boozer was didn't have nothing. Boozer was rocking the Doc Rivers bald fade where we knew it wasn't nothing up there.
Wait, time out though. I got one.
Don't nobody even remember John Simons. I'm gonna be honest with you.
I got a would you rather.
I'm gonna look. You got it.
I got a would you rather.
Oh, I want to see what John Salmon's shark fin rat tail is. I don't even remember that.
Which series would y'all run back for 7 games? Bull Celtics and 08 or Nuggets Lakers?
Nuggets Lakers. Boy, that's about some of the best basketball you've seen.
I'm shocked by that.
Hey, Nuggets Lakers was getting it in.
I religiously go on YouTube anytime, bro. That was so cold, dog.
Don't nobody even give Carmelo credit.
Melo and Kobe was going, man.
Don't nobody give Carmelo credit. Don't nobody give J.R. Smith credit.
Melo was dropping that man. That was going back and forth. Melo was dropping that man off.
That don't even get mentioned amongst the best playoff series on like ESPN. It's always, if it does, it's always like bottom tier. That's one of the best playoff series I've ever watched. I really felt like the Lakers were gonna lose.
So why no love for Bulls Celtics though?
I will say Bulls Celtics to me is probably the best playoff series I've ever watched because there was so many unexpected names that made an impact in that game. Like Ray Allen going at it with Ben Gordon. What the heck was that? Hey, and I'm talking about going at there was a volley of like 8 plays in a row where it was back at you. Nah, back at you. Like Ben Gordon got down there on one and was like, you not finna hold me? And it was like, that's a terrible shot. Okay, that's what we doing. Like that's probably one of the more iconic ones. Here's the thing. Do we get to run it back on like there could be a different outcome or same outcome?
It could be a different outcome. It can't be the same outcome. But
I still gotta go Denver versus Lakers because if Melo gets to the finals, Melo has never been to the finals.
That's a legacy changer.
Totally, and that was his best chance. Like his best chances of actually winning a ring, he had to go through Kobe.
Bad fights in that mug. Brad Miller and Rondo got into it. Kirk Heinrich and Rondo got into it.
Hey, that's when Kirk got my respect.
Kirk said, "Ain't no Kansas over here, baby." Like, wait a minute. And Rondo was running too. I was like, wait a minute.
I got one for Pat.
I don't like this.
MP. What's that boy name on Denver? MPJ doesn't get injured, or Markelle Fultz doesn't get injured. Who has a better career?
MPJ. MPJ's gonna have a better career no matter what.
I don't know. Markelle Fultz had a chance to be his second coming to D Rose. Got a real chance.
Markelle Fultz? You sure you talking about the right guy?
Markelle, not second coming to D Rose. That's too much. That's a little too spicy right there. But Markelle Fultz had a chance to be a really dynamic guard. He could shoot. He could get to the paint. Like you talking about Buddy now in limited minutes and coming off injury, he can still get you 15 points.
You talking about Buddy that Philly draft?
Yeah. You don't remember we had that conversation?
That had the yips.
Yeah, something happened with his elbow, his shoulder.
No, he just when he came into the league, he just got nervous and couldn't shoot no more.
No, he got injured. Folks got injured.
After. When he went to Orlando, he got injured.
He got drafted there, didn't he?
No,
He got
No, he got drafted.
He got injured
That's
in
why I'm
Philly.
like,
No, he got injured. He didn't have a year. He got injured. He got drafted by the Sixers.
He had to have surgery.
All the
Kid is right on that.
Oh, did he?
Yeah, he had to have surgery. It was a because it was a thing going on with his elbow that they had to like.
Oh no, yeah. Hey, listen, that was way too much right there. I ain't gonna lie to you. That was cap.
Yeah, that
was cap. I ain't gonna lie to you. But what I'm saying is like,
but when I don't remember his injury. I remember him.
Me and Pat had this conversation. We were talking about players who like really had a high trajectory that just got injured, and he was one of them. We was like, what would have happened? Because he had it all. He really did.
Folks, I'll say, well, I thought you were talking about with Orlando because he finally got it back together. He kind of got his jump shot back. He kind of got it. He dropped the P kid emoji. He kind of got his jump shot back. He kind of like started moving. So I thought you was talking about down in Orlando. I don't remember him. He had surgery coming into the league in Philly. I don't remember that. I would have given him much less leave or much more slack if I had remembered that because
he got injured and then he came back. He couldn't shoot. And he could shoot before he got injured.
He could shoot in college. Yeah, I mean, hey, I guess I would. Yeah, no, second coming to D Rose is wild, but
that was wild. Yeah, that was wild. Too much.
I still think
that was my fault. That's my fault.
I still think MPJ will be better. I think MPJ is just having the beginning of he reformed his whole jump shot because of it. Yeah, that's true. Okay. I think MPJ is having a career start like Joel did. I think MPJ is going to be a player that we talk about.
Didn't Joel have like an ankle or a knee thing?
Joel had a knee.
That back limits you so much.
I don't know about that back. That's the only thing that's giving me like cause to pause. You say that.
Because you can't stick defense right. You can't get enough elevation with it. You can't do a lot of stuff with a back injury.
That's the thing. He wasn't sticking defense. No way. I know that. It's my guy.
Oh no. He was god awful.
But it makes sense though. When he had a back injury in my life. When you have a back injury, you're limited.
Kid, before the back injury, he wasn't sticking defense.
Hey,
yeah, but he's been dealing with this since high school, right?
Kid.
Since high school,
college. When he went into college, he got it. But I'll tell you that he wasn't sticking defense.
He wasn't sticking defense.
hey, he's one of the worst.
I read that he first tweaked it in his senior year in high school. Then he went to college. He got
that was his freshman.
No, he tweaked it. He tweaked it at the end of his senior year. He
in high school, right?
And going into college because he didn't play until the tournament in college.
I don't think he's ever going to be right. I think he's going to have them T-Mac problems because T-Mac, after he had his definitive back injury, was never the same T-Mac.
That's true. I think he'll still be able to come. I think it's a difference of 20 years worth of medical advancements.
Hey, that man is about to be in the corner shooting threes. He's not going to be the same player no more.
Cashing him. I can't believe
I take Lonzo Ball over that right now. I'm sorry.
That man. I can't believe Denver gave that man that much money though. I ain't gonna lie to you. Hey,
look, that was the only time I seen him that salty, bro.
I thought they was gonna trade him. I thought it was like like one of those things they did with your boy in NFL. They gave him that like inflated contract just to do something with the books on the Saints. Yeah. I thought it was one of those. Like I never thought it was like a serious. We gonna give him $200 million or whatever it was. Like it was no way in the world you thought he was worth that,
bro. I don't understand that one. I ain't gonna lie to you. I've been confused on that since.
It's one of the worst contracts I've ever seen.
That might be. I'm not even. Here's the thing. It absolutely could pan out, and we all could be like, "Oh, now it's a great contract because he's worth it." But the unknown is crazy.
Hey, when I give you 200 M's, you need to be on the court. I don't give you 200 M's and you disappear. That man disappeared.
The unknown is crazy, bro. Like you don't even know if he's gonna be able to come back and be healthy. Potential like P. Will around the league still has high value because of potential. MPJ potential is a healthy player right now.
Time out. How come we always have these conversations of all these other players? I know we over time, but I mean, I guess we ain't got nothing to worry about. So whatever, it's our show. It's your world. I'm trying to get in that. Anyway, how come we never talk about Jamal Murray? Like Jamal Murray on the Bulls would be a good pickup.
Because I don't know what the heck Jamal Murray is either. Jamal Murray been hurt since the bubble. That was 2 playoffs.
He tore ACL, but he gave you so much more than you would think from this position.
Fam, I want to put this in perspective for you. Derrick Rose came back quicker than Jamal Murray did.
Derrick Rose shouldn't have came back as quick as he did.
But Derrick Rose came back quicker than Jamal Murray.
Derrick Rose should have took that whole year and a half, 2 years off and been a better player for it. Hey, I would rather go back in time and be like, hey, listen, clearly this ain't working out. Sit down.
Hey,
you're trying to be Russell Westbrook. Westbrook is a whole different monster. I don't know what's going on with them knees, but these knees ain't them knees. Stop.
Them knees didn't grow up in Chicago. That's a fact. I be telling Muzz, I be like, them Chicago knees built different. Bro, like, I don't know what the heck is going on with Jamal Murray. And didn't Jamal Murray get a nice little contract too?
Yeah, I believe he did.
Didn't he get a nice little deal too? Like, they just paying dudes out there.
Where they getting his money from?
That contract is worth.
He got 5 years, 158. So he get paid $31 million a year. Heck, we paid OPJ 28 to sit on the bench. I'd rather have Jamal Murray if we go just pass out contracts.
That's my problem with it.
Hey, OPJ sat there and just collected a check and then got traded.
I can't stand him so much, bro. I'm gonna be real with you. I love that he's healthy and he's able to do what he loves and that he's able to play again. And then he made an NBA Finals. I really do love that. But I hate it because I'm just like, dog, like that's all I needed you to do here. Everything he's doing there, I'm just like, that's all I needed you to do.
With those little bit of threes that he contribute have been worth $28 million. I say yeah. You wonder why? Because at least would have had some shooting threats against Milwaukee, and that series would have been a lot better.
Oh man,
I think that with those little bit of threes, but the defense that he brings. Now, granted, right, like he's playing a completely different role, completely different minutes. Like he would have been playing 30, 35 minutes here. But
would you pay Jamal Murray $33 million if he could be the person he was in the bubble? Would you pay him $33 million?
Yes.
Then I think we should put him up there as players we can acquire. The reality is he costs less than Rudy Gobert. He does feel the need that we may have because apparently Lonzo may not be healthy. Apparently we still have rookies in that situation. And Zach may not be here. Like, it's a big if, and I'm not saying he won't be. I want Zach here. But I compare Jamal Murray with a DeMar DeRozan and the Vooch and kind of get away with it, filling in the rest of that and still have some money left over versus going to get Rudy Gobert for $10 extra million.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm just playing like, 2K at this point, but
I think we all are, bro. It's the offseason. That's all that's all that's happening.
With that salary and that, I mean, why not? He's 6'4". He's everything we want Kobe White to be.
Yeah.
Dang, that's crazy. He is. He's everything we want Kobe White to be.
Hey, remember I said Kobe White, if he could be a great value Jamal Murray, I'd be happy with him.
No, I said that and you clowned me.
Nah, because you was on Vinny Johnson.
Oh, whatever. Close enough.
Yeah, I said he was a great value. I said he was a great value.
I got you, kid.
He was like, hey, you was like, oh, I appreciate that, my boy. I appreciate that. Hey, he clowned me so hard. He was like, that's tough. Jamal Murray ain't that good. I was like, he gives you much more production given his opportunities.
No. I said Jamal Murray wasn't that good. That's what we did. Remember, that's when we looked at Mike Malone.
Yeah,
I said Jamal Murray is just as inconsistent. And then we started looking at Jamal Murray and we was like, why does this man play 35 minutes one game and 10 the next?
It was weird.
That's when we started looking at Mike Malone. And I was like, I don't think Mike Malone's a good coach.
Mike Malone ever won something?
No.
A game. No.
You talk about that Zack Snyder and Billy Donovan thing that you entertained?
What?
You entertained a Zack Snyder. By the way, we can end this at any time. We just shooting the breeze at this point. But you entertained a Zack Snyder for Billy Donovan swap.
Zack Snyder.
Not Zack Snyder.
Quinn-
You know,
Quinn
Quinn
Snyder.
Snyder. Quinn Snyder.
Quinn Snyder.
Quinn Snyder. I say Zack Snyder.
Quinn
Quinn.
Snyder. Bro, I'm
I'm
like,
saying
Zack
Zack
Snyder.
Snyder.
Dude
Hey,
that
listen.
made the Batman movies?
Hey, listen. If he can come in and give me the same thing he did for that 4-hour movie on the board,
As he puts the Batman logo in the frame.
hey, listen, that was the best action flick I've ever seen. It was 4 hours long, but I mean, good lord, that was the best movie I've ever seen.
You can give me that for the team. Hey, listen, you did 4 hours on that. A basketball game is about 2.5.
I'm gonna give
And
you.
you give me half of that.
If you could give me that same masterpiece, baby, you were it. Let's do it.
We'd have to get Bobby Portis back. He's the only dude we know that punches. Our team would be Bobby Portis. It would be Brandon Ingram,
Chris Paul.
Chris Paul get punched.
Nah. Bobby Portis, Brandon Ingram, Rajon Rondo.
Rondo be throwing hands out. Well,
Ron Artest. We got to throw Ron Artest.
Artest is back on it. Artest is on the coaching staff with a bottle of Henny.
Jawan Howard.
Jawan Howard's on the coaching staff.
You got to bring back Elton Brand to be in some type of executive role because this just fight you for no reason.
All violent NBA team. Ben Wallace is the strength and conditioning coach.
Did you say Rashid already?
What type of call? What type of call was that? Sit down. What?
Get Steve Kerr because somebody got to take a punch too.
Well, it's Paul in that case.
Somebody got to take a punch too. So it's like, hey,
Jawan, calm down. Shut up.
Jawan,
but no, I'm saying Quinn Snyder for Billy D was a thing that we kind of like what would that look like? I'm not saying that we should, but
I think Quinn Snyder's a better coach than he showed in Utah. But I also think that Gilbert Arenas got the guns. Gilbert Arenas is on the other team. I also think Quinn Snyder. I think there's blame to go to Quinn because there's no way one of your players is deliberately not passing the ball to somebody, and you know when he does, he gives production, and you're just okay with that. Like at a certain point, like you can't like I don't know what you got to do to get through to Donovan Mitchell on that, but like if I'm looking at Donovan Mitchell and he's got Jalen Brunson guarding him in the paint, and Rudy Gobert's got Jalen Brunson guarding him to the paint, and instead you drive into the double team and miss the layup, I might have to sit you down.
But then it's like where your offense come from because when you send them down,
I think that's the point, right? Like Quinn probably went into this. We didn't even really get into that. But Danny Ainge wanted Quinn Snyder to stay. Quinn said he wanted out. He said they needed a new voice. Is that a situation where Quinn was like, I'm going in here like, hey, you got to get rid of one of these mugs? Or I'm out of here?
I believe told him that.
That's a coach saying, hey, listen, that's what Matt Nagy should have did. Matt Nagy should have been like, hey, this is not it.
Matt Nagy said, I'm going down with the ship. Hey, meanwhile, the Bears is like, nah, the ship ain't sinking, baby.
Matt Nagy was like, be you. Be you, all you. It's like David Fitz. Man. I can see that. Hey, man, this was a good show, man.
It's a good show, man. Appreciate y'all for tuning in and rocking with us, man. Hit that like button. Subscribe to the page. We do talk Chicago sports daily on this channel. It's the only channel talking Chicago sports, How Chicago Talk. We also get into the national every day from 11 to 1. Be on the lookout for another video to drop today. We've been working out here, man. I don't know what we're going to drop, but at least the draft update, and then if any news breaks, we'll be on that as well. Stay in tune with us on that as well. As always, man, it's your boy, Pat the Designer, back at it again. Joined by the pettiest man alive, Mr. P. Kid. And, of course, the man, the myth of legend, formerly known as Ringo J, Mr. Stefan Adai. Y'all stay safe out there, man. Peace. Don't know black people want to coach in Utah.
Did you stop the stream first?
That's funny. Hey, wait.
You still live, dog?
I know. But before we get up, that's kind of a fact.
What you mean?
Think about all the Utah coaches. Who's the black one?
Dog, you had one guy that practically almost died there. What are we talking about?
They only had what, two?
Yeah, Sloan been coaching there since he retired a Bull.
Sloan coming back. Hey, we out of here, y'all. Peace.